I am finally sitting in my living room. Okay, so it has been 10 weeks and 2 days since our basement was destroyed by sewer water. Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification. If you don't know what happened to our basement and all of the details, I will insert the video for you all to watch. But girl, for the people who are not new here, you already know what the tea is. So anywho, welcome and welcome back. My name is Tiffany. I'm a full-time mental health and substance abuse therapist, bringing you food, lifestyle, and mental health content by way of deep dives. Today, we are here to specifically talk about my basement renovation. Cause girl, is done. Can you believe it? It is done. So first, I polled the girls on Instagram and they said that they wanted the information on homeowners insurance. So I am a firm believer in sharing the information that you got so that everybody can get far in life, okay? I ain't finna gatekeep the good information that's gonna help us all be successful. So first and foremost, my husband and I bought our house in 2019. First time homeowners, and we had an amazing realtor. And we believe that our realtor told us to get sewer water damage insurance because I didn't even know that we had it in our insurance. So here's the backstory. Apparently, homeowners insurance at one point in time, the water damage used to include sewer water damage, and then they took that piece out of the insurance. So most people do not have sewer water damage. The only way that you currently have sewer water damage coverage is if you added that as an additional policy. So it functions just like adding flood damage or any other type of like specific type of damage to your homeowner's insurance. So we added sewer water damage to our homeowner's insurance, but we were first time homeowners. We didn't know how much of a policy we should add. So we added a little bit, but it wasn't enough, okay? Let me just say, I'm not about to give you the numbers, but let me just say this. The policy limit that we have for sewer water damage was one number, and the cost of the water mitigation was twice that number. It was twice that number. So we have paid for everything out of pocket, and we are basically just waiting on reimbursement and to get our settlement check from the county at this point. So it is very important to be on top of your paperwork, and it's very important to be on top of your finances, because if we didn't have that money, then girl, we would still be sitting in mess, okay? But thank God that we are financially stable and we are financially educated. So let's get into this basement renovation. I got my notes here so I don't forget nothing. So first and foremost, when you walk down the stairs into our basement, you will now see our bookshelves. Our bookshelves used to be where the table is in our basement now, but we moved them to right where they are now because it just fit. Like it was good. It was like something like a wow factor when you walk down the stairs. Plus there was a significant amount of space in that area, and it just seemed like something deserved to be there. So in my mind, I would also like to remove the overhead lighting that's there because it's old, and then put wall sconces or just simply switch out that lighting and put a better lighting situation right there. So then when you walk into our laundry room area, there used to be vinyl flooring in there because when we renovated our basement summer 2021, we didn't change the flooring in there because we were like, it's just a laundry room. Like, we don't need to pay for new flooring to go in here. It's just gonna be what it is while we add this half bathroom and close up these walls. So we actually extended the hardwood floor throughout the entire basement level now. So now we have, well, it's not hardwood floor, it's LVP, and it looks like hardwood floor. So we put that LVP in that entire laundry room now, and except for the half bathroom, we were able to keep the flooring in there. They don't have to rip up that flooring in the half bathroom. So then we also moved some of the storage shelves all up against the wall, and it just looks really nice now. It looks very modern, very clean, very chic. Like, it's just amazing. And adding that flooring instead of adding in additional carpet, because we used to have carpet in our basement, adding that type of flooring just brings more value to the home. So we figured, listen, if we have to renovate this basement again, we might as well go ahead and add extra value, because we already added value by adding the half bathroom last summer, and then by closing up the walls in that laundry room. So let's just go ahead and go balls to the wall and put some flooring in here, because you know that adds value. So next up, when you come out of the laundry room, you will see our beautiful basement. So before we renovated it, it was blue. Actually, let me just start from the beginning. So when we bought our house, all of the walls were like this cream color. And I hate cream colored walls. It usually ages a home, especially with the type of cream that was in here. So we changed the cream, and then we put in like this really pretty like bright blue that we also have in our guest bedroom upstairs. So we put this blue in there. First we just had like 1 or 2 accent walls, and we were like, forget this. So we did that whole area blue, and it was really nice and it was bright. But when we were buying paint to redo our bedroom, we bought some dark evergreen, and the dark evergreen was like too dark for me because our bedroom furniture is black. So I was like, that's not a good idea. We need to go with a lighter color. So we still had 2 whole gallons of that dark evergreen, what's called black evergreen. So we went ahead and we used that black evergreen. And one of the reasons to use that type of color in the basement is that it's going to bring in nature. So because our basement only has 1 window, it doesn't have a lot of light. So when you are able to bring in some of like those natural colors that you find in nature, it makes it feel as if it's not as dark and gloomy. And then the fact that we have the wood elements in the basement, you'll see the wood and the console table. It's like that dark, like brown wood. For whatever reason, it's not on the tip of my tongue of what that color is actually called, because it's not a cherry wood or anything like that, because I'm not a fan of cherry wood. But you see that dark brown wood in our console, on the top of our storage ottoman, and then you also see it in that table that's down there in the basement. So the wood plus the black evergreen all just brings in nature and just makes it a very calming environment. So although I really did like the blue that was in the basement, it was kind of like a bright and fun color, right? Which is cool because it's a basement, like if that's the vibe that you're going for. But now that we have this black evergreen color in there, it makes it more moody, it makes it more mature. It just changed the whole vibe in there. And then you add in the lightness of the floor with all of the dark elements from the wood on the tables, the ottoman, and then the console table, plus the darkness and the color. And it's just a balance between dark and light. And it's really nice to have balance like that. You'll also find balance in our basement with the different textures, right? So you see that the storage ottoman is a blue clay. So you're going to have some textural elements in that, and then you have the upholstery of the sofa, and then you're going to see the rattan within the black chairs, and those chairs are solid wood, like those are sturdy. So you have all of these different textural elements that just draw your eye everywhere. So another reason that we wanted to move, or I wanted to move the bookshelves, because it took a little bit to like convince my husband, but another reason why I wanted to move the bookshelves was because the bookshelves were originally behind that table in the basement. And now that the bookshelves have been removed, it creates more negative space in the basement. So negative space doesn't mean like negative energy, but negative space meaning like you have somewhere for your eye to relax. It's not something every single place. It's not knickknacks over here, furniture over here, this over here, but it's just a nice clean area to look at. Now, two of the things that I don't like in the basement, I'm just going to concede to my husband because that's primarily his space where he hangs out, and the living room is kind of like my space for me and my friends to relax, is his freaking, he can hear me, is his chess table because it's little and he has it like a centerpiece, and it's too little to be a centerpiece, but I bought it for him and he likes it, so that's good. And his San Francisco like tall wooden joint, then on the other side it's Lakers. I don't like that, but it's his space, so whatever. And he really allowed me to design basically the whole house. So if that man wants 2 things in the basement, I'm gonna let him have it. So those are the 2 things that I would change. For the centerpiece on the table, I would actually put like a light colored vessel that is made out of ceramic, but it looks like it's clay. It has like this earthen feel, and it would be like different types of organic shapes. I'd probably do like a cluster of 3 to put on the center of the table, and then I would put like those felt stickers on the bottom so that the vessel doesn't scratch the wood surface of the table. So that's what I would do. I probably wouldn't put anything in it, or if I did, it would just be like some sticks from off of a tree that I've cleaned and sprayed down that were like kind of tall. I'm not a big fan of pampas grass, and I don't want to girly up that space, but I think like some tall branches will look really cute, and that would be like really cute. The console table is actually like one of my favorite elements in there because of the color. It has those metal legs that adds a contrast to it. Then it has the slates and then the sliding doors. I love that console table because you can hide all of your electronics, which again creates a clean, clutter-free environment. Because I like for most of my environments to be free of clutter. You won't see a lot of like knickknacks in our home. Like everything has a purpose in our home. And then we also store our liquor in there. So the liquor can be out of sight, out of mind. You don't have to look at all of these different colors of bottles and things like that. And everything is just put away. Our TV is mounted, so you can't even see the wire. So again, that makes it another element that makes it clutter free that I just really enjoy and love. One of the things that I was considering for the sofa was actually putting green pillows down there, because we actually have elements of dark green in almost every single room of our home. So I have like 4 dark green pillows in our house. So I was thinking about grabbing some of those pillows and seeing what it looks like, and taking out that like auburn rust color. But I think that the rust color adds a nice contrast. It almost makes it feel kind of Arizona Sedona-like, with the black evergreen plus that rust color. Then you have like that geometric print from the black and white pillows. It's all different, but they all just come together very beautifully. Almost like jazz, where you have like the cognitive, or not the cognitive dissonance, but with jazz, you have like the discord and some of the music notes that don't necessarily match, but they all go together like very well. Another thing that I love are the legs of that dining room table. The legs are so freaking sexy. And I was nervous about actually getting a round dining table down there because the space is so linear and square. But the roundness of the table brings in a more organic feel, just like the roundness of the storage ottoman. The round table actually didn't even look right with the bookshelves up against that wall, because it was like linear, right? The linear wall, the linear bookshelves, all of these straight lines, and then you have like this round table, and it was odd. But now that the bookshelves are gone, the table just looks beautiful right there. It just creates like a space where you can just move around it freely, and it's just amazing, if I must say so myself. All right, that is all that I have for you all. Hopefully I'll have some good news with our settlement check from the county. Everything has been moving super slow. I got a little bit of tea on the county. Maybe I'll put that in another video when everything is settled. I'll have a little story time with y'all to tell y'all the details. But that is all that I have. I ain't got no more, girl. Our basement is finished. As you can see, I am sitting in our living room because it has been cleared of everything that was sitting in that basement. We got our home deep cleaned yesterday by our lady who cleans our home. She did a phenomenal job. And then tomorrow we are going to get all of our air ducts clean. So house clean, air clean, like everything clean. And I am just feeling so blessed, blessed that my husband and I were able to endure this time together, that we didn't have any arguments over everything that's going on. I just thank God for everything. And that is all that I have. I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.